Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, what's up? Today I would like to review all of my article. It sounds 10 article. My name is Naufal Akbar, and let's go to the list of the title of all my review. As you can see here, right here, yeah. The first one is improving ability in writing procedure text to picture at the 10 years student of SMA N 3 Mandar. And the second one is an analytic comparison of listening in two languages. The third one is improving student in listening skill through shadowing. The fourth one is combining qualitative and quantitative methods in information system research, a case study. 5 is the effectiveness of journal writing in supporting skills in writing English essay. Then the 6 is second language instruction does make it a difference evidence from an empirical study of HL relativization. The 7 is standard equity and efficacy employment condition of ESL teacher in adult basic education and literacy system. The 8 is teaching English to young learner through Indonesian translate songs. 9 is cognitive reflection and discussion making. And the last is teaching English for young learners, how they learn and pedagogical implication. Let's go into the first review. Yeah, as you can see here, yeah. This the first one is improving ability in writing procedure text through picture at the 10-year student of Polewali Mandar. Yeah, this article wrote by Mutmainah. She is a lecturer at language department at Syariah Mandar University, and she has published 16 journal and mostly about teaching English. The main goal of this research is to find whether or not using of picture improves student ability in writing procedure text at the SMA N 3 Polewali, and recommend that the teacher are able to be creative and in selecting and preparing instructional media in the teaching learning process, especially picture, so the student can actively participate. The next is second one is an analytic comparison of listening in two languages. This article wrote by Judith. She's an internship librarian and department chair at the Medgar Evers College of City University of New York. She has an award-winning poster design of Black Panther, party newspaper, and poster collection. The main purpose of this research is to understand the problem of students who take course at a language that they have not mastered, and this research compare learning of listening by using native language and native English and French language. The third is improving student listening skills through shadowing. This article wrote by Minatus Suhriyah. She is a lecturer at English Education Department in Universitas Hashim Ash'ari, Jombang, and she has published 5 journal and mostly about English teaching. The main goal of this article is to know whether shadowing could improve the listening skill of the student of English Education Department. Meanwhile, the most of students get difficulties to learn listening as a foreign language, and that's why shadowing was applied in this paper as a solution to make learners English listening easy to understand what the speaker says. Next is combining qualitative and quantitative method in information system research case study. As you know, this is my favorite one article. Yeah, and this article wrote by Bonnie Kaplan. She's a doctor in philosophy degrees. She was published in 96 journal. Wow. The type of this article is research paper. This article describes how a qualitative and quantitative approach were combining in case study of a new information system. In this article, illustrated by 4 methodological points. There are value of combining qualitative and quantitative method, the need for context-specific measuring for job characteristic. The third is the importance of process measure when evaluating information system. The last is the need to explore the necessary relationship between a computer system and perception of its user. Let's go. Next is effectiveness of journal writing in supporting skill writing English essay. This article wrote by Bambang Yudi Cahyono. She is a lecturer at English Education Department, IKIP Semarang. She has a doctor in philosophy degrees. She was published 135 journal. Wow. The type of this article is research paper. The aim of this research paper is to know the effectiveness of the providing journal writing in supporting the student skill in writing English essay, and the result of the statistical analysis that show that there is no significant differences between the score and of the experimental groups who were given journal writing activity and the control group who followed regular writing. However, the student evaluation indicate that the application of journal writing gives positive effect towards some system in writing through they are not necessarily related to ability in writing essay. Next one is second language instruction doesn't make a difference. Evidence from an empirical study of the SL relevation. This article wrote by Catherine Dati. She is a lecturer at University of Maryland College Park, University of Maryland College Park Center of Advanced Student of Language. She was published at 22 journals, and the type of this article is experimental. The writer showed this paper show the finding of the recent empirical study which showed that SL instruction is effective, so that attention to form either via detailed analysis of structure or highlighting of target language structure in the context promotes acquisition of interlanguage grammar, but that only the latter come hand in hand with comprehension of input and replicate, re, reli- rel- replicate early finding suggestion an important role for markedness theory of in instruction IL development. Next is standard equity and advocacy, employment condition of ESL teacher in adult basic education of literary system. This article work by Yilin Sun. She is a doctor. She has a doctor in philosophy degrees. She's published to journal, and she is a lecturer at applied language or curriculum and instruction OIS or OISE, University of Toronto, Canada. The type of this article is reporting research. This research showed that this work condition in the hope of gaining a better understanding of the issue and concern that seems to be the most persuasive of in the field of adult English to speaker of the of other language. And the result of this that interest section members were deeply concerned with the equity workloads less than desirable working condition, heavy reliance on part-time teacher, and much need professional development opportunities and support in program that serve adult English language learner. Next is teaching English to young learners through Indonesian translate song. The writer of this article is Sukarmiaji Suharjo. He is a lecturer at Pembangunan National University. This article is the main goal of this article at applying the English language teaching through Indonesian translate songs. The writer conclude that the songs to teach and to learn are those Indonesian popular kids songs which are translate into English. This teaching and learning technique seems to be quite effective and efficient, especially for young learners or beginner of the age from 5 to 9 or even younger. Next is cognitive reflection and discussion making. This article wrote by Shane Frederick. He is a professor at Yale School of Management. He was born in 1968. The type of this article is research. Yeah. This article will discuss about cognitive ability or IQ in terms of comparing humans who have low and high IQ and diversity phenomena related to IQ. This article also will explain about cognitive reflection tests. This research shows differences between who have higher cognitive ability and who have lower cognitive ability. Next is teaching English for young learners, how they learn and pedagogical implication. This article wrote by Fitriati. She is a lecturer at English Education Department Padang University, and she has published 9 journal and mostly about English teaching. And this article will elaborate some principle of how young learner learn foreign language, which should be foundation of the way the teaching English to young learners is conducted, and some theory on how children learn will be drawn on, followed by the discussion on the pedagogical implication. Hello, I'm here. Okay, you can watch me. Yeah, I'm here now. Is before the previous, I mentioned all of explain all of my the thing, all of my article, like the aim, the writer, who is the writer, and the writer works, and anything else. And now I'm going to the my all of article have some focus or the same focus, like as you can see is number one here. Yeah, what now is same like the number one using a picture as media, and number five here, yeah, number five is here is using media too, but the difference since like number one using a picture as media, and number five journal as a media to supporting skills too, and their ability to improve their ability to discuss is the same, like number one is writing and number five is writing too. And also is number the title number, the article number like number 7 here, 8, 9 and 10. There's their methodology using qualitative, and number 2 and number 3, yeah, number 3 here, yeah, number 3, wait, nah, yeah, number 3, they're using quantitative, qualitative. Number 2 they not using counts. Maybe that's enough for this video. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.